Coming up on Wolfpack All Access, the Nevada football team takes its show on the road for the first time under Jeff Choate. Highlights from the Pack's battle with the Troy Trojans, plus an exclusive interview with Coach Choate. As he battles opposing defenses, Nevada's new offensive coordinator, Matt Lubick, is also battling cancer. His heroic journey and how it is impacting the silver and blue. Plus, we check in on the new era of Wolfpack volleyball as we mic up first-year head coach Shannon Wyckoff McNeil for a practice. Well, hey there, friends, and welcome to Wolfpack All Access presented by Champion Chevrolet. I'm your host, Mike Stephenson, hanging out here in our Nevada Sportsnet studio. After a nail-biting loss to open the season against SMU, Nevada's second game taking it to Troy, Alabama for a first-ever meeting with the Trojans. A packed Veterans Memorial Stadium with Nevada aiming to play spoiler. But the Wolfpack would find itself in a quick 14-0 hole, showing some life at the end of the second quarter when Brendan Lewis hits Jace Henry. Their second touchdown of the season made it 14-6 at the break. The silver and blue starting the third in a hurry with a 69-yard run from Savion Red, setting up this touchdown for Patrick Garwo III. The Pack adds 2 to make it 14-14. And the transfer from Boston College wasn't done. Garwo hitting the end zone again, this one putting the Pack ahead 21-14. Nevada finding its stride, scoring a fourth straight touchdown with Lewis hitting Marcus Bellin. The Truckee kid can do the rest. His first score in Wolfpack threads is a huge one. For a second straight week, Nevada would hold an 11-point lead in the fourth quarter. After a late Troy touchdown, it would come down to the 2-point conversion, with the Wolfpack's defense and then special teams sealing the deal, stopping the Trojans' attempt and recovering the onside kick. You add it up, and it is the first win of the Jeff Choate era, a dramatic one in the Deep South, 28-26.
I've been through a lot on my journey here and through a lot of adversities with my injuries coming back. So, I mean, when God says yes, no man can say no. So I just want to thank the boys up front and the opportunities that the coaches gave me in this offense. We were roaring, and I just try to do my part. I mean, I love playing away. I think it makes your team stronger when you can go against the crowd. It's just you guys versus everyone else. And I think we really embrace that. Coach Choate led that and feeds it into us. And like I said, we all just really wanted to come together. We're here for a purpose. So we wanted to come together and see it through.
We just looked ourselves in the mirror, you know. Everything that was happening wrong to us was on us, and we just fixed those mistakes, and we just focused on us because this game was about us. Troy, we didn't know what Troy was going to do, but we had to play our game. And that second half, we finally figured out what Troy was doing, and we just played our game, and the end result, it came out in our favor. It shows that there's a change in the mindset, in the culture, and in everything about this team, and it's showing up on film. It's showing that we can fight back. It's showing that we have resilience to come back from 14-0, and that last year, the game would have probably been over after that.
So Nevada starts the season 1-1 as the Wolfpack now returns home to face Georgia Southern on September 7th. Coming up, we got to connect with the head man. My chat with head coach Jeff Choate is next on Wolfpack All Access presented by Champion Chevrolet.
Three-man rush for Troy. Lewis lofts it. Goal line, Henry! Touchdown, Nevada. Garwo to the 10. He's going in. Touchdown, Nevada takes the lead. Slings it right side. Bell into the goal line. Touchdown, Nevada. And touchdown, Truckee. Taylor throws incomplete, and the conversion fails. The final seconds come off the clock at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Troy, Alabama. Nevada is in the win column in 2024.
Welcome back to Wolfpack All Access presented by Champion Chevrolet. Coach Choate is with us. You've been a part of a lot of college football Saturdays, a lot of college football victories. Victory number 1 for the Wolfpack in the books. Take us back to Troy and how you guys pulled that off.
Yeah, it was fun. It was, you know, I mean, that was the sideline was awesome last night. I felt like during the SMU game, we got a little too high. And then obviously you're riding the roller coaster. The higher you go, the lower that dip's going to be. And last night, I thought we stayed right in the sweet spot. Guys were focused. Guys were positive. They were confident. We knew, hey, we just got to make a play. The great situation at the end there. You know, credit Troy for another championship type of team that's going to keep fighting. And they did a great job of making that comeback. And But I guess we did too because we were down 14-0. So it was a pretty special win. Locker room was awesome after the game. A complete team win. Played complimentary football. Special teams stepped up and made plays. Set up a score for us at the end of the first half with a explosive kickoff return. We're 2-0 against long snappers right now, so we'll keep that one going hopefully. And that set up another score for us that was critical in the game. I thought Brendan Lewis came in. I mean, I think our quarterbacks were combined like 18 of 21 for 178 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. So I don't know if it gets much more efficient than that. Jaden Smith had a ankle sprain, didn't practice all week. Came out and had a almost career game. For us, it was a career game. I know he's had bigger games other places, but yeah, it was a blast, man.
You touched on it in your pregame hit with John Ramey. You said poison finish, with maybe some of that left a little bit to be desired against SMU. Sure enough, a week later, very similar scenario. I think a lot of Pack fans were hoping not this again, and sure enough, you flip it. How did you guys pull that off?
You know, it's funny because we spend a lot of time working on situational football, and I don't know. I think it's a little underrated how well we've operated at the end of halves. Now, you can say, hey, we didn't get it done. We didn't finish the 4-minute drive, but we had almost that exact same scenario on Wednesday in our clutch period, our 2-minute period into game, where the defense got to stop with the offense in that same spot on the field. So it was deja vu. It was like, hey, we've been here. Let's just go make a play, right? And flip the script on that. You look at the end of the half, both at the SMU game and yesterday, we were able to put a touchdown on the board to create momentum going into half, and we won the middle 8 last night, which is really critical. And so, meaning that we had won the toss deferred, we scored right at the end of the first half, received the second half kickoff, and scored there. So that was should have been a 14-point swing, but it ended up being a 14-point swing because we went for 2 and got it. So that was a critical moment in the game.
Speaking of adapting, we're going to have a feature on your offensive coordinator coming up later in the show, Matt Lubick, and the courageous battle that he's fought against leukemia to get back and join you as a first-time OC here at Nevada. Let's talk about his football mind, though, and the game that he was able to call.
Well, he's a football junkie. Now, this guy, on the way down, it's about a 4.5-hour flight from wheels up to wheels down, and the guy didn't drink water, he didn't eat pretzels. He was, watching video and tapping me on the shoulder. He sits right behind me. And I'm like, hey, Matt, I'm in the middle of, this really cool Horizon episode. Can we just back off for a second, but that's Matt. That's how he's wired, and I've known him for a long time, and I'm super proud of him, man. I mean, he's got so much toughness and grit, and he's such a great example, living example to us. He talks all the time about being grateful, what that means, and finding things to be grateful for. And we were grateful for him last night, man. He dialed up a couple of shots that were very timely. And, just really, really proud of him. And, like I said, he's like a brother to me. We've been knowing each other forever. That makes this experience even more rewarding.
We've talked a lot about your running back group, about 34 rushes for 214. And Savion Red, game of his life, 11 rushes, 135. What can you say about him and just that group in all?
Yeah, I mean, I think it starts up front. The Union did a pretty good job, and I would include Jace Henry in that, our tight end, who had another touchdown catch last night. He's the 6th member of the Union. And those guys, Army Coach Armstrong always does a great job of finding runs, and sometimes it takes a little bit, but we found those runs, and stylistically, you could just tell that was going to be a 6-5 game. The way that they were finishing runs and pushing the pile. I think Sean's a little bit better on our wide zone stuff, but those guys are a little bit more downhill runners, and so it fit them, and I'm glad they were there.
A lot of folks up by 80 were stoked to see Marcus Bellin get into the end zone. This kid was a star for Truckee High School, finds his way back to Nevada after 3 different stops in college. He's a hell of a football player.
He really is, and he's a great punt returner. He's scrappy as heck, man. He's a very high football IQ, been in a lot of systems, and very adaptable young man. And I know he takes a lot of pride in wearing the silver and blue. I
mentioned you've been in this game for a lot of years. You've celebrated with a lot of different programs. What does it mean to have notched your first win as the leader of the Wolfpack, and especially to do it on the road?
Yeah, I love winning on the road. I really do. There's just it's just something cool about going into enemy territory and getting that done. I guess maybe I am a little old now. I'm happy for our staff and proud of our staff. I'm happy for our players. And I'm proud of our players. And when I say our staff, I don't just mean our coaching staff. That was an involved trip. And Eli Miller and our operations crew, Gabby and our equipment people, Brittany and nutrition, Coach Loco and the strengths. I mean, everybody had to pitch in to make this work. And it was a really good trip. And I think that contributed to victory. everybody had a piece in this.
All right, Nevada, Georgia Southern, Saturday at 4 o'clock. Last message to the fans out there as you get set for another home game.
Let's go. Let's go. I mean, we got a great product. We've got some dynamic players, and I'd recommend, coming early, staying late, and getting loud.
Coming up on Wolfpack All Access, Matt Lubick's adversity-filled route to Reno as he continues to fight off cancer while drawing up plays for the Silver and Blue. His inspiring story is next. Welcome back to Wolfpack All Access, presented by Champion Chevrolet. I'm Mike Stephenson. Matt Lubick's 30th season in college football is unlike any of them before. Not because he's new to Nevada, but because he has a new lease on life. Football has long been in Matt Lubick's blood.
Yeah, 3-yard split.
But as his 30th season of coaching approached, so was something else.
It's been therapeutic to think about football and not think about leukemia.
Lubick's journey to Jeff Choate's staff started with a battle against acute myeloid leukemia, diagnosed last October after symptoms of fatigue and fevers.
I was in the hospital when he offered me the job. I was like, I don't know if I'll be there in the fall. And it gave me something to aspire to, and it gave me another goal to reach, to actually be here in person.
It is the first time the longtime friends have coached together, a relationship going back over 3 decades when Choate was just starting his career and Lubick was still a player at Montana Western.
When he coached me, he was just a year older than me, so he would coach me, then we'd go out and have fun, have a root beer every once in a while.
Root beers, yeah, those were root beers. He's way tougher than I ever thought he was. He's a living example of courage every day to our players, and if they're not feeling great, I'll say, hey, look at that guy over there. He's battling leukemia, what's your excuse? And that kind of resonates with him a little bit.
Just seeing him coming here each and every day, putting in the work, it motivates the team a lot. He wants to see us finish and not give up. And that's something that Coach Luby do. He finishes and he don't give up.
God is good. I'm so thankful for Coach Luby because every day just looking at him, knowing what he's going through, how he fights so tough and his perseverance to make sure that we're doing what we got to do.
You talk about toughness. You talk about how you do something is more important than what you're doing. I mean, that's a living example for everybody in our program.
Lubick's long year and recovery included a stem cell transplant from his sister and over 30 days straight in the hospital.
I'm still on chemo. I don't have quite the energy I normally have, so he's been very cognizant of letting me rest. He's been very cognizant of letting me work out. If this thing does come back, I want to be in shape to beat it again.
But now the 52-year-old's focus is on beating opposing defenses.
He's definitely a sharp football coach. He's studied this game ad nauseum. I mean, his brain's always on thinking about football.
I've never been a good sleeper, especially this last year because of the drugs and the leukemia and all that. And now I still sleep bad, but I'm thinking about football issues, which is a lot funner to do than thinking about leukemia issues.
Although those cancer-stricken issues have given Lubick a new perspective, which was always his plan.
I wasn't going to let leukemia use me. I was going to use leukemia. It's made me appreciate life a lot more. It's made me a better person. It's brought tremendous people in my life because of this disease. I've got to meet some people that have inspired me and gave me strength. And most importantly, it's strengthened my faith and brought me closer to God and other relationships as well. So for that, I'm very grateful for what leukemia has done for me. Yeah, I could not be more grateful and just excited to be here.
Man, talk about inspiring. Our thanks to Coach Lubick for opening up about his battle. We are all fighting alongside him. Coming up, to the old Virginia Street Gym we go, where the new era of Nevada volleyball is underway. We're practicing with the Pack and first-year head coach Shannon Wyckoff McNeil next on Wolfpack All Access.
On September 1st, 2012, Nevada football played the ultimate spoiler at Cal. The Wolfpack reopened the renovated California Memorial Stadium following a $321 million renovation by shocking the Bears in the 2012 season opener. Nevada was a 12-point underdog before taking an early 14-0 lead, and with the game tied at 24 in the final minute, Stephon Jefferson scored his third touchdown, a game-winning 2-yard plunge with 36 seconds left. Quarterback Cody Fajardo accounted for 327 yards before 63,186 confounded Cal fans as Nevada beat the Bears in Berkeley for the first time since 1903.
With an extra point to come. Hi, I'm Carissa Cheney. I'm with Nevada Volleyball, and I'm going to answer 5 questions. I'm from Middleton, Idaho. I think Melee is the funniest teammate. She makes me laugh even when she doesn't say anything. I would say my biggest inspiration is Maddie Skinner, because she's not only a really good outside, but she also has a really great faith in the Lord. I think super speed, so I could get to every single ball. My go-to pump-up song is probably BBL Jersey.
Welcome back to Wolfpack All Access, presented by Champion Chevrolet. After a stellar run as an assistant at Washington State, Shannon Wyckoff McNeil has been tasked with building the Nevada volleyball program into a winner. We had a chance to mic her up for a recent practice as she tries to set the Wolfpack up for success.
In the middle. I expect growth. I expect challenges. Wait. Go! Yes! Oh! I expect a ton of obstacles, hopefully none of which are ourselves. I just want to compete. I just want these girls to go out, have a great time, compete their butts off, and learn a lot through that process. Jason Sterrett brings a lot of energy.
Is she on the mic?
It's on. It's on.
How you doing over there? How you doing?
He brings a lot of wisdom, and he's very fiery and loves it when the girls are the same way, and so I think the girls really feed off that energy as well. She's got her cute shoes on.
Yeah, we should get some of those.
You should get some of those. They're right down the street at the local shoe store. I love it. Experience the full Reno effect. You're floating past her. I mean, seriously, I feel right at home about how. Feel right at home with the rib cook-up. Noreen Iosia brings a lot of youth and energy. She also kind of gets to talk to the girls in ways that I can't necessarily communicate at times. She's very, very experienced, and it's very current experience, so the girls really respect her for that. And she is super competitive. Here we go, tone chart. Good. Nice up, see ya? I don't believe in luck. I just think there's something we could do better. So weird. Get there. Oh, Lotta, you're there. Where I can help them the most is with their mindset. Having a winning mindset, acting like champions before they become champions, both on and off the court, I think is where they've grown the most and still have a lot of room to grow. Yes, Malia! Pack on 3, 1, 2, 3, pack! Woo! Quick.
Good stuff from the Old Virginia Street Gym, that piece put together by Nevada Sportsnet's Nikki Pica. The Pack opening the season with tournaments in Oregon, California, and then Florida. Nevada's home opener is September 26th when it welcomes Wyoming. We're back after this on Wolfpack All Access, presented by Champion Chevrolet. Welcome back to Wolfpack All Access, presented by Champion Chevrolet. The University of Nevada wants to see you at Mackey Stadium this upcoming Saturday, September 7th, as the Wolfpack's second home game brings Georgia Southern into town. It is a 4 o'clock kickoff. They're going to be celebrating the 30th anniversary of the 1994 Big West champion football team. Tickets are only $20. You can get yours by visiting NevadaWolfpack.com or calling 775-348-PACK. And if you want to hit that game, plus you're also a pickleball fan and you need a branded paddle, well, the Wolfpack has a perfect deal for you. You can get a Volair pickleball paddle and a game ticket by visiting fivo-enterprise.com/event/pickleball24. We also want to let you know Nevada Sportsnet is proud to be your television home for Nevada's game against Eastern Washington. If you can't make it to Mackey Stadium, you can catch our broadcast on Saturday, September 21st, as the Wolfpack and the Eagles battle at noon. That's all, folks. We'll see you next week on Wolfpack All Access presented by Champion Chevrolet. But don't forget to join us weeknights on NSN Tonight, airing at 6, 8, and 10 over on Nevada Sportsnet. In the meantime, from our NSN studio, I'm Mike Stephenson saying so long, friends.
This has been an exclusive presentation from Learfield.